Alright, so now let's try something a little bit different. Let's put in some text. Am I okay? Add text. I changed the color to the brand specific color for the Diamond Lab. Be trained on, and we will put that there, and we will create a rectangle. And actually, we don't want it to be that big. We want it to be about that big. And we will select all of that. Okay. Select, convert to sprite. And I'm going to put it down here and line it up with the original sprite. And we are going to create another text box. And we're going to put it here. And we're going to say social media creation. And we are going to add a rectangle to that. Okay. And actually what we don't want to use it as a container, and we don't want the background to be filled. So we got to do that for both. But first, we've got to make sure that we convert to sprite. So that we lock that in together, we're going to not use it as a container and not fill background. Okay. We are going to move this up a little bit. And we are going to add some text. And here we will put blogging, and we will center it, and we will actually make the container smaller, lift it up here, add a rectangle. Now all of this that I'm doing is going to make sense in a little bit. Okay. And we have our rectangle, right? And then what we want to do is select both that, convert to sprite, not use it as a container, not fill the background, and we are going to add another text box. We're going to put that text box here. We're going to be moving some of these text boxes. I just need that I need the boxes to be on the screen. So social media content, blogging, uh, customer engagement, outreach, and that's going to be centered, and that's going to be centered, and we will shorten this box. And we will add a rectangle around that. And we will select both of those, convert to sprite. We will not use as container and not fill background. Oh wow, and I'm not, well, not use as container, but we do want to show effects for all of these because we're going to be adding effects to all of these. And then we're going to move these boxes up, and then we have one more box we're going to add. And that box is capital box and more, dot, dot, dot. And we're going to center that. And we are going to add a rectangle. And we are going to select, and we are going to convert to sprite. And we are going to not use this container, show effects, and not fill background. Okay, so first we want to add video effects, and for the video effects we want to add a fade in and fade out, and that's under transparency. And we want to line that up. Okay. And we'll go back to the scene. And we will add a fade out. And that will go down here at the end of that. Okay, so we are on that one. And what we can do to see how that's working for us is to go back and okay. Now that's right. I'm going to shorten it. And I'm going to watch it again. Actually, that's right. Now you will see that I'm pulling these out, and these are all let's bring the all right. So there's a fade in and the fade out. And we need to add the fade in, fade outs for everything. So then video effects. Fade in. And then add a fade out. Video effects. Transparency. I'm saying no so that it will apply it to the entire sprite. Let's see what this looks like. Definitely not long enough. That's fine, because we can adjust the length of how long something is happening on the screen just by sliding. So then we bring the cursor back to the okay. So then when we cut back to the scene, we bring the cursor back. Alright, so then we need to add the fade in and fade out for all of these. So we have the fade in and fade out for 4 and 5. We need the fade in and fade out for 6 and 7. So let's add a transparency fade in. Okay. And let's add a fade out. Okay. And the fade out's going to happen on the exact same and we do want it to be a full second. Okay, now let's go back to our now our 6. Let's go back to our 6. Our 6 is not long enough either, because that's not even a full second. Well, let's see about giving it 2 full seconds. And that's 2. Alright, and let us go ahead and add a fade in and fade out here as well. And we want to take this all the way to and then we will add a fade out. And the fade out goes here. And let's add a fade in and fade out. And that is a full 1 second. And we want it to be, because we're going to be adjusting all this anyway, but we want it to give it a little bit of something right now. And we're going to add the fade out. I'm going to click rectangle and add the fade out. And so then we go back to our original beginning. Let's bring the cursor over here. Let's drag the music a little bit. And let's press play. See. Hold on, because I'm sensing that we're missing something. So sprite 4. We're missing sprite 6. We don't have the sprite 6. Why is it? Let's try it a little bit differently now. Let's bring it back to the beginning. And what we're going to do is make it longer, and then we're going to click rectangle and add video effects, add transparency, fade in, no, okay, and alright, click on rectangle, go to video effects, transparency, fade out, no, okay, and that's actually going to go up here but at the end. Now let's go back and drag the cursor back to the beginning of where we're am I missing something? Because 6, let's delete that and delete that. And what we're going to do is we are going to video effects, transparency, fade in, video effects, transparency, fade out. And let's see if is there no let's what was supposed to go in that square? You trained on that. That's supposed to be okay, so we can delete and add a separate one because number 6, I don't even remember what I did differently for number 6 that would make it want to act the way it is. But we'll come back to that. First, let's add the video. We'll come down and we will choose any one of our stock videos and we will drag that down to here, extend the music, and extend the sprites as well. Alright, now let's drag it back and see what's going on. So 6, the text is not happening when well, number 1, fade out, fade in goes here, and fade out goes there. Let's try it like this. Okay, let's watch it again. Oh, drag the cursor back. Okay, number 1, fade out is, I see what's happening is because I'm extending the scene. Okay, let's go back. I feel like, let's see about this. 5 is happening, 6 is happening, but 7 is happening, and then 8 is happening too late. And that's because the video isn't extended all the way to the end of 8. 6, let's see what's going on with 6. The fade in. First of all, the fade is line it up. And let's try this again. Stop. Go back to scene. Bring the cursor back. All right. Well, definitely we are going to want to change the position of those boxes, but this is giving you just an idea of how we add and create different scenes. And what we would do is we would add another piece that is helpful.